Welcome to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast.
If you like a lot of wrestling on your YouTube, join our cult.
He's done it.
And also like one camera setups, as voted by you.
70-something% of you wanted one camera,
The people
so you're
have spoken.
getting one camera. If you're part of the other 29%, whatever it is, unlucky.
Personally, I agree with the minority. I think it looks more dynamic, but never mind.
It's like Joe Rogan,
Yeah.
but bad.
Jamie, get that. Young Jamie. Pull
Yeah.
up that video. Young Jamie.
That's what we need. We need a young Jamie in here.
Well, Fraser was young Jamie for a little bit.
Hey, toilet scrubber, wasn't he? We're all fried, toilet scrubber.
That's right.
Anyway.
Talk about you, Fraser, every week.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Fraser, who can't hear us because he's cleaning a toilet somewhere up north. And as proven, democracy works really well in this country, so we're sticking with one camera sub and making editing even easier for ourselves. So we're good at that idea.
Which means that we can produce more content, no time limits. Let's go for a Broadway, pals.
It's all
we
about-
do anyway, don't we?
It's all about
As opposed to
quantity,
what?
it turns out, not quality.
Yeah.
Just amount of content.
Well, you would know, Mr. Working Hard in Japan.
Thank you, yeah.
Good to see you back, sir.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it was good. Really mind-blowing place. Sam and Richard were right at home. I thought they were never going to come back. And I almost
Well, you
didn't.
nearly didn't.
I almost
Yeah.
didn't come back because of the flights got... It was my fault too. It wasn't just Sam's fault. But it was
Well, it
primarily...
wasn't just Sam's fault.
It was like the pull for this camera setup. It was about 71% Sam's fault. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But we made it. And I can't think of any more... I'm assuming you talked about the show last week, Wrestle Kingdom.
There was a show on last week.
Hey!
Yes, we did. We had a very, very nice time. Talking absolute twaddle on the live stream, but people seem to like it.
And now I'm in the Bullet Club, apparently. So,
Oh.
Well, no, not really. Went for dinner.
Oh. Dinner club.
Yes, that's right.
Like breakfast club, but slightly later.
Breakfast club's the best club.
I've never watched it.
I don't know, just breakfast food in general.
Oh,
just
yeah,
just
fair
best
enough.
food, innit?
Yeah, it
Eating
is
with
good.
friends in general.
And in other news, I'm a racist now, father. You're a racist now,
Oh, is that in the news?
See, I wasn't
Skip ahead to... Oh, yeah,
No,
but Jack is a racialist.
I want to flag it up because I can defend myself.
So
Flag it.
in the mailbag this week, two emails started with, "Hello, Maffew, Ross, and Jack the racist." So I said to him, "Hello, Jack. There's 2 emails here calling you a racist. Defend yourself."
We did a live stream for TakeOver Blackpool, and I made the same joke that everyone on the internet makes about Jordan Devlin and Finn Balor. You know, oh, they look the same because they both physically do look a bit the same, but also they do. But also they're both Irish. They wrestle a bit similar because Balor trained Devlin.
Oh, yeah.
And I made a joke about that, and then the chat started saying I was racist, and then I tried to defend myself. I was like, I'm a little bit Irish as well. It sounded so bad.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
I have an Irish friend as well.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I said, I do.
Did you put the accent
you
on?
met Ricky Davenport. Oh, I've done it right. I used to live with an
This
Irish.
is going great.
Well, me and Sam used to live with an Irish girl, but then we realised that she was Northern Irish, and then I got into that whole
Northern
debate.
Irish.
Yeah, I got into that whole debate of like, would she consider herself Irish? It was
Please keep on talking, Jack.
I'm
This is
digging
doing
myself.
wonders for your career.
I'm digging myself a massive potato patch here.
He went for it.
So
I'm Irish. It's fine.
So what did you say then to make people think you're racist? That you said all Irish people look the same? or-
No, I just made that joke, and then it started to spiral in the chat. You know, like how chats are like full of just wind-ups, and because
Full of Irish people going, what?
And you know, like water off a duck's back, that sort of like response to something. I'm like the opposite of that. I get really wound up. So I was like, I'm not even a racist.
No, Jack.
So it made it,
no.
So yeah, there we go.
I thought you'd known by now. How long you've been more online than you have
3
been
years.
non-online, surely.
Yeah, but I just can't do it. How are you, lads? Anyway,
Tickety boo.
yeah.
Yeah.
Being
not racialist.
being rejected this week.
Oh.
As we all saw last week, the true Geordie was asking for podcast guests. I thought I would tickle his arsehole, for want of a better phrase, by nominating for the Hall of Fame. Spoiler, he hasn't won. And he left a nice comment on last week's podcast saying, "Thanks for the kind words, lads. All the best in the future." Which is essentially just like, thanks, but now F off. See you later.
Message seen. Yeah. Say, all right.
No,
So,
he didn't
well,
have
you
to-
tried.
He didn't have
Yeah.
to reply. He did.
That was nice of him, but we've tried, and it looks like we've failed.
Brian's outgrown the Northeast now. He lives down in London.
Oh, would
I
you
think.
call him Brian, do you?
I've never met him, but that's what they call him, Brian. He's
I
Brian.
didn't know that.
That's what they call him, his pals. and
I
that.
learned his real... Yeah, I've seen Stephen Tries call him Brian. I learned his full name.
Stephen
this
Tries is a fan of ours.
Yeah, Stephen Tries.
He's actually a good lad. He's my
We'll
favourite.
go on his
love
podcast. But I learned his full name this week, so just thank you very much to everybody who harassed Brian to try and get us on his podcast. I've seen screenshots of Instagram DMs.
Oh, God.
private Facebook DMs. That's where I learned his full name. I don't know if he wants his full name out in public. I don't know if he does anyway. But yeah, I know his full name now. So thank you to those who tried, but it's not happening. So.
I mean, he's had guests of a different caliber.
I know, it's like, we weren't expecting much because you can't go from God to Robbie Williams to us.
Who was God?
Alan Shearer.
Oh, right. I thought you meant Nile Ranger. I was like, what?
Yes,
'Cause he had
Nile Ranger.
on, yeah.
So we've tried but failed.
Yeah, so you've annoyed the Irish, you know True Geordie. KSI still doesn't follow me on Twitter, despite all my lovely fans, all the people that watch this, message him going, please follow Maffew. I'm like, no.
I saw his response. He was buzzing that you put him in Botchamania.
Yeah, he's like a lot of wrestlers, happy being in the videos. They don't want to meet me.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I've spoken the horse's head, I don't speak the horse's ass. The expression goes. But yeah, so we're all relatively intact. It's been a bad week for all of us.
Reputations have been tarnished.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought your Jack the Racist is going to be like... I didn't see I haven't seen the punishment video, but I assumed the video was going to be Tama Tonga go, all right, I'm going to give you a list of Japanese names to pronounce. If everyone you get wrong, I'm going to chop you.
No, it was a chop, but it was from Hanare. Because previous...
Who?
Hanare's like one of the young... He's not a young lad anymore. He's graduated from the dojo. He tag teamed with Honma recently. But he's doing all the Fantastic Amazing stuff now. Real nice guy, but on a night out I got very drunk, and this isn't going to help. I did the hacker next to him.
Who hasn't done the hacker when they're pissed?
Oh.
I didn't do very well. I had a drink in one hand. Him and this other lad who asked him.
That's very well. They've got a drink in one hand. You did.
I was really limp with it, though. They were all like doing all this sort of stuff, and I just couldn't do it. But considering I've been halfway around the world, I'm feeling all right. Sam was devastated. He was ill, everything. That journey back really did for him. He's all right now.
Look at the concern on your face.
So seen him out there, Gary.
Anyway,
yeah, lots of news, nothing to do with you offending other cultures.
What cultures?
That's not what I meant, but thank you. Quick takeover Blackpool review. Wow, well, colour me wrong. Last time we'll be doing this, I've said every week, NXT UK does nothing for me.
Yep.
I watch the shows and go, if I didn't watch these guys beforehand, I would be bored to tears. NXT Blackpool knocked out the park.
Well, we said this, didn't we? Like, there's no anticipation whatsoever, nobody's asked, but it'll be a very good show because they're all good wrestlers, aren't they? There's just no story or anything to captivate you going on, is there? So hopefully that changes. I've missed this week's episode. Apparently, it's a brand new.
I watched it.
It was just the pre-shows, but it was like the NXT thing.
Fair enough.
It's just the matches that they had beforehand with the Guerrero beating Saxon Huxley.
Yep. Isla Dawn.
Losing the
And
Ginny.
Ginny. Yeah, Ginny won, yeah.
Yeah.
Good night, sweetheart. Bang. Yeah, it was
In
good.
it. And
Get
then
out my pub.
Lava Duck.
It was a really good tag match. Flash
Yeah.
and Mark Andrews against Eichner and Axel. What's
Aye.
it called now? Marcel Barthel.
Bonjour, bonjour.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Oh, yeah. Another people we've annoyed, actually. Just going back to that. Yeah, I had 2 tweets from people going, what is with this French accent? I'm like, it's not a French reference.
It's a guy who runs the out-of-context Cultaholic Twitter account. He's French.
Oh, right. Oh, is he? Oh,
So he
that's
sent us a
exactly
tweet
who we need to annoy,
saying,
right?
he was joking. He wasn't being serious.
He was
Stop
joking.
offending. He was joking. Stop offending
another-
mes people.
That's another country we've done there. France.
But no, yes, just to clarify, watch Allo Allo, a sitcom from the 80s and 90s, I think it's from, and the policeman in there.
Yeah, the
is
1890s.
one of the best sitcom characters of all time for me.
Yes. And if not, just watch the Pink Panther films. Pretty much the same joke. So, yeah, tremendous. Mustache Mountain. I thought they were going to win because it was
Match of
almost a
the night,
showcase
That
for
was
them.
a class match.
Match of the night.
It's
some
the
other
best
good
I've
stuff.
seen James Drake in a while because I feel like Zack Gibson overshadows him a bit because he's like
Yeah.
hilarious and stuff. But James Drake wrestled his arse off in that match. It's great.
Eddie Dennis and Dave Mastiff tore it up. A crucifix powerbomb by Eddie Dennis, Dave Mastiff. Not sure how that worked, but well
Strongest
done,
beanpole in the world.
lad. Tony Storm beat Rhea Ripley.
I was surprised.
After getting Tony stormed for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like, this is what that feels like.
I was really surprised because I thought I didn't think they'd change the belt that quickly. But fair enough.
And then Finn Balor beat Jordan Devlin in a match that did wonders for Jack the Jobber.
Yeah, well.
Apparently, I saw on Kenny's Inside the Ropes YouTube channel, go and watch it. Triple H did a little mini press conference thing after the show, and Travis Banks was just told, this is for the betterment of the brand, big name, more eyes on the product, do you mind stepping aside? And Travis was like, go on then. Why did I have to do the accent?
Should we just get a list?
Yeah.
A map of the world and on.
Let's just
Annoyed.
Ban accents. But Travis
okay,
Banks,
bro.
yeah.
I'll step aside. It's all right.
Yeah, Jack said it.
It's just
okay.
whenever you hear his name brought up in this song, it's always Travis Banks.
Travis Banks.
Well, which brought up in there, it's Travis injured Banks.
But no, apparently he wasn't injured. It was just like step aside. Balor's coming in, more eyes on the product. This, that, and the other. So he's being a professional.
Fair play.
Similarly, you
Fair play,
say that
Travis.
because the exact same thing happened on Raw, but we'll get to that. And then Joe Coffey versus Pete Dunne. And what a buffet of wrestling that was.
Divisive.
40
Oh?
minutes.
What do you mean divisive?
I liked it, but I didn't buy into people going 5 stars, best. I thought the best match was the tag match.
Yeah.
I thought
Well,
it was
both very good.
I thought it was good. I thought it was really good. I thought it went a bit long, and I thought people were very mean to Joe on Twitter afterwards. I saw people saying like Coffey's gassed, Pete's carrying him.
What?
I know, yeah, it was sad. But
I like the best Coffey's looked in friggin' ages.
Yeah,
Because Coffey's really good at doing that big, ultra Tokyo Dome 94 style match.
Yes.
That's where he belongs. I thought he was, apart from that one bit at the end that even
off the
Tom
ropes.
McAfee tweeted out, let's just pretend that didn't happen and the segue didn't. We'll just cut it. Yeah, apart from that. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, it was a really good main event. But just I felt like people went a bit. People wanted it to be better than it was.
I'd say, yeah, because I have a vested interest. I like Coffey.
Yeah.
I'd say I'd like Coffey more than Dunne, actually.
Okay,
Yeah.
England.
I like WWE Pete Dunne. Indie Pete Dunne, just like whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
So, watch Joe Coffey just have like the worst match next week or something to make up for this lovely compliment I've given him. But it didn't matter because screw Joe Coffey. He's here. He's finally here.
Water.
Yeah.
No, you're not allowed to make memes of Walter. No. Where's the button? No. 9.
You would have thought that they would have learned after buy ass and big
big
ass.
ass, yeah.
But they didn't. But
He's got one of them as well. He's got the Titantron.
What a buy ass. Aye. But he looked good, didn't he? Looked
Yeah,
big and
come-
scary.
Water. Off he. No, he did look good.
Not the Germans as well, Jack.
That
like
match,
bingo for you.
That match is going to be class. Hopefully, that could be a match of the year contender.
Because we all go, it's like, wow, but if Joe Coffey doesn't beat Pete Dunne, who is going to beat Pete Dunne? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Dunne.
Yeah, I kept the music because it's obviously royalty free.
Yeah, right. And it's great because I managed to make my table move, the desk without having my hands touch on it when Volta came out, so I was very happy. And
Kicking your legs.
Maffew's got a stiffy.
yeah. And it was so nice to have people send me messages that weren't offensive for a change, saying, "Oh, that's the guy I was talking about in the Cultaholic Podcast."
Yeah,
it's like,
there he
hey.
is.
And they went, "Oh, how can we see clips of him or anything like that?" And to get an idea of who he is, I'm like, there isn't much, but give us 6 months and Dexter will be on the network anyway by lots of things.
You know, you remember The Mask, the original comic series of The Mask before Jim
Yes.
Carrey and all that? You know the big henchman was called Walter?
Oh, yeah, you're
and
right.
looks like him a bit.
Yeah, because he has hair to begin with that is a bit like that. Then he gets horribly burnt.
Oh, yeah, he
all
does.
The rest,
but I just remember thinking, like, is that deliberate or not? Or was
I
his
hadn't
name-
made that
Yeah,
connection.
I just thought it. Was it
Oh,
strange?
wow, that's it. That's a hell of a thing, yeah. And they're both unkillable as well. so-
Yeah, it's true.
Yes. And any other thoughts on NXT Blackpool?
That's good.
Which is good, wasn't it?
Enjoyed it.
Main event dragged for me. That was my only complaint
little
about the main
bit
event,
dragged.
yeah. But otherwise, good show. News. Let's rapid fire
News.
this thing because there's a.
Pew! Kushida heading for NXT rather than 205 Live, allegedly. Wanted to turn heel early last year and join the Bullet Club.
That'd have been class.
Bigger, Gato laughed in his face. This
You're
was a
too
factor.
nice to join the bus.
This was a factor in him leaving. How would that work?
Did
I
I
mean,
spit on you there? I'm sorry.
No.
Oh, that's all right then.
but if he did, that'd have to be Biff Tannen, surely. You couldn't be like that'd work. The entrances would have been great.
Yes.
I believe that he was told to go to 205 Live and he just pretended to not hear.
Sorry, no speak English.
No, the right door. Left door. Okay. No, that door. The one that said NXT. Okay. Revival asked for release while in gear after. I've not seen this. So I've been trying to.
It's been a topsy-turvy old week with this one because it started off, the Revival asked for the release after their match with the Lucha House Party on Raw.
Is that confirmed? Because I
He's
think
gonna go through-
Oh,
he's
sorry.
gonna-
No,
he's
go ahead.
And
I
then
apologize.
it came out from Big Sean Ross Sapp that he couldn't confirm if they actually asked for the release, but people backstage were scared they did want to go. And then today, Big Dave has confirmed that while dressed still in their gear, right after the match against Lucha House Party on Raw, the Revival want to go. So that's where we are now. And we also have the fact that Dash Wilder trademarked hashtag FTR on New Year's Day, so they have that in their back pocket, which is something I don't think Vince McMahon will like that. So yeah, I think they're going, aren't they? It's just a case of whether WWE Neville them
Yeah.
or let them go.
Yeah.
Sit out your contract and do now for a year and a half or whatever. And then, yeah.
It is bizarre how it's like, okay, can I leave? No.
What do I do with it?
Okay.
We'll see him in a trampoline park in Newcastle. It'll be fine.
Mike and Maria have also asked for the releases, and I think as I was going to do this and checking on this, I was unreliably informed. There you go. I think that's a new way of saying this in case it's wrong. That we said no to that as well.
No, fair enough.
I saw a comment that was like, good on them, worked the system to get good maternity rights for Maria, and now she's had a kid, they're off. Well done, lads.
If that's true, then yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
VA confirmed next week, Hall of Fame, guaranteed.
But I don't think they'd go to AEW. I think they go back to Ring of Honor. They're more at home there. That's my prediction.
Well, it's more likely them going to Ring of Honor than Revival after the tweets
Oh.
about, remember?
That match is, I'm looking forward to that so much, if they actually wrestle. Oh, you mean the
No,
Matt
never mind that.
Oh, the
No,
Matt
the-
Taven thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
Matt
man.
Taven thing. Remember you nearly got us kicked out for stealing
Tanning lotion. Did you see this?
I saw the headlines and whatnot, but I've missed one.
So-
I thought it was having a go at him for nicking a move or something.
Matt Taven used the shatter machine on a Ring of Honor pay-per-view, and Dash tweeted like, yeah, well, once a thief, always a thief, because you still tanning lotion at a WWE trial. And then Maria put like, because Maria was in that stable, she's like pals with them from back in Ring of Honor. She put a tweet like, careful who you talk down to lower than you on the ladder, because that's who you'll pass on the way down or something. And then Dash just put, I'm all right with that.
I mean, they're ready-made men, aren't they, when they finally go? Because everyone wants to see them just do good things because they're just not doing them anymore. are they?
Like respond to me in the DM on the Cultaholic Podcast, which was very unimpressive last week, and only got one guy going, "Why are you on your phone during the podcast?" I'm like, "Oh, never mind." Then. God, so no phones, guys. Mike, no, big pardon. We reportedly tell certain indie stars they will beat contract offers made by other companies.
So this is another one from Big Dave today, after the old Bandido situation where he apparently turned down NXT for Ring of Honor. WWE have said to indie talent, if you can show us an offer from another company, we'll beat it, and we might even double it if you sign on the dotted line right now. Like, if they say instantly, yes, I'm going to sign, you'll get more money.
Vince is playing hardball here.
HMV used to have that offer for DVDs. We'll beat it. That's as the price. Okay. Also, AEW have announced the sound Jungle Boy.
Apparently he's agreed terms today or something.
Jungle Boy?
Yeah, he's
It's an actor's son. I don't know who's the actor.
what's his name from Friends? Something Perry.
Matthew Perry?
Yes.
No, Maffew Perry.
It's Chandler's son.
No, it's not Chandler's son.
It's not?
It's Perry, but it's not Maffew.
Oh, I thought it was.
Yeah. Who is it? I wrote this. I can't remember who it is. Kevin
Kevin and Perry.
I legit thought it was the guy from Friends' son.
No. It's not Matthew Perry. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll get it up.
Anyway,
Well,
he's very good.
He's
He's
a
only
wrestler.
21. He's obviously got a lot of. What do you say? We've got a lot of potential. There we go. So
They're going to sign some Chinese lads as well from that promotion that's just...
OWE.
Yeah, they're just
Yep.
progressing at like a ridiculous rate. And like...
apparently,
Yeah.
so.
Because they've all been trained by like Seema and them. from
Luke Perry.
Dragon.
Is it? Oh, I swear I've been saying Matthew Perry for ages.
Wait.
Who's Luke Perry?
I don't know. Someone replied to the news story I published before saying, is that the guy from 90210? I've never seen 90210.
Oh, that Luke Perry.
Yeah.
Okay.
No idea. But not famous. He's made his name in the Californias, apparently, this Jungle Boy kid
Yep.
thing.
Oh.
GC Dub.
Wait.
Dub.
Yes, I think I've seen him, but I didn't realize he was like famous or like an actor's son. So
Yes.
He's got like wild long hair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I've seen him.
But
But I mixed him up with Marco Stunt quite a lot.
that's
He
fair
does
enough.
look like him, yeah.
All right.
If he was fully grown, he'd look like him, yes.
Like a mini jungle pack.
All right.
Viper, Jazzy Gilbert. Oh, I forgot about that
No,
name.
Garbutt. It's something like that, isn't it? It's like...
I'm not going to call it. I'm going to call it Alpha Female.
Yeah.
Jazzy Gilbert. I forgot about it. Kaylee Ray. Ilya Dragunov reportedly signed for WWE. Kaylee Ray was... I think they were all there. I didn't see Viper, but they're all there.
Kaylee and Jazzy was there, yeah.
Yeah,
And
NXT Blackpool.
Viper's dropped all of her belts in the past couple of weeks, so that's fueled that
She
one.
had like 6.
Yeah.
It's like Ultimo Dragon. And Ilya has been unbooked for the Defiant taping. That was happening in Newcastle, which I'm gutted about. And now ye are as well.
What is
Oh, no,
that?
I'm gutted. You brought the story as well, didn't you? That doesn't work at all because it's a large shirt.
Is that a Dragunov?
It is a Dragunov shirt. But
Bumbazik.
Papa Jack needs to eat more protein, so there we go.
And real Jack.
Okay, fantastic. Go away. Yeah, but Ilya is booked still for Joey Janela's spring break at WrestleMania.
Guess who else is booked
Until
for
this podcast goes live. And then he gets
Guess who else is booked for Joey Janela's spring break? The
Go
book
on.
today. Mantor.
half man,
Joey
half tall.
Janela's the best booker in the world.
Don't tell me like AEW and Ring of Honor go try and sign him then. Mantor's he's been booked.
Getting Marty Skull's stable right now. Because that's what PCO is doing.
He wants that PCO money. So presumably they're going to have the NXT UK deal where they can wrestle elsewhere and WWE.
Yeah.
In one of those weird situations where WWE takes the top guy from each little company and then gives them the crappy guys they've signed who aren't doing anything with. And then it's like, oh, we're working alongside him. WWE's like, we own you. Ronda, Charlotte, Becky, and Cena/Sullivan already reportedly, big capital letters, set for Mania. Well, Cena-Sullivan can't be, can it?
No, that might be a bit in the air now.
Apparently, it's still, it was reported last week. I like to do all the news from the week.
Right.
Since last week's podcast. It broke last week, but then obviously we've learned that Lars Sullivan had, apparently an anxiety attack before he was meant to debut last week.
He's watching videos of Stephanie McMahon.
Oh, dear me. That wouldn't be an anxiety attack for him. That would just be like full arousal.
I've got my hands full. I can't attend Raw. Or SmackDown. Jesus, mate. Vince McMahon knew about Jericho signing for AEW. Jericho offered deal by Impact before signing with AEW.
Both revelations from Chris himself. He had a conversation with Vince McMahon about AEW before he signed, he said, which, some people might find surprising. I don't.
I feel like Jericho thinks that him and Vince are best pals, and
he
Vince
does the way
Vince just doesn't like him.
That Chris Van something, just an aggressively handsome man. Yeah, just got everything I don't. He was in the backseat of a car with Chris Jericho. Hey, doing an interview, and Chris is like, I'm good friends with Vince McMahon. Blah, 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 blah. We talk all the time.
Yeah,
blah,
but
blah, blah.
he wouldn't. Didn't he also reveal once that he would text Vince booking ideas, and Vince would reply like, "That's nice."
Chris is the annoying little pal.
He sends him like 10 ideas, and then in between them is like, oh, by the way, I'm going to AEW. I told Vince. All right. You want to book Mantor? All right. Going to AEW. All right.
So Agent Jericho.
Aging Jericho.
Agent. Both.
Yeah, good for him. Tony Khan to serve as head of creative for AEW.
Another one from Big Dave that last week.
Well, he looks like...
It's a bit of a shock, I thought.
Well, he's a fan, isn't he? Just a fan. It's like one of us doing it.
Money marks. Money marks, eh? Yeah. We've been there before.
I would love to book a promotion at the ground. Absolutely destroy it within 2 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll actually be. Do you not think he'll like...
Oh, you'll have like several thousand people around him.
Yeah, he'll not be the booker, yeah. But they're not hiring writers, was the thing.
Yeah, that's all Cody said. But the quote Meltzer used was the Vince McMahon figure of AEW, which is like the final say.
I'd like to think he'd be a bit more lenient or like not take as much charge. I just assumed that the bookers are going to be like Cody in the Bucks.
Yeah. They're executive vice presidents, aren't they? Whatever that means.
No, wait, junior vice president. Bucks and Cody contract offers from WWE. Similar offer to Styles/BTE. Made regular show on network /Rumble to Mania storyline.
Groundbreaking.
Well, it would have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pulling out all the stops to get them, but they failed. Oh, no.
Really, I mean,
I'm happy.
No, I can't not much out there. Omega turned down WWE, expected to go to AEW. Everyone's trying to go, he's confirmed, but nothing has been confirmed as of yet. But it's just a matter of time, really. I mean,
February, there's something or other, these contracts up, or whatever.
I mean, Omega's not daft. I mean, this is the best time to be not saying anything because Rumble's coming up. So everyone's just like looking at him going.
Sorry, I didn't realize you were using me as Kenny Omega there. I don't know what he does.
He hates the Irish as well. Allegedly. Lawler/JBL/Cole to commentate men's Royal Rumble match. Jesus Christ.
Yes. I'm all in for this.
Hope they're in it.
Sweet.
Again.
CTE, puppies, and Malaka Cole. Very happy. Well, thank you. It's going to make work for me, so cheers, pal.
Apparently JBL, didn't he said this week he was the poster child for CTE or something. He's been forgetting stuff since his retirement from wrestling.
He said, since retirement, I'm like, no, since you've been commentating, mate. I remember this as Otto Vans.
He has to do his Sudoku to keep his brain working or something, he said.
I'm sure last year...
Punching Morrow in the back of the head.
I'm sure last year's Rumble, Michael Cole also was like, this is the first Rumble Jinder Mahal's ever been in. And he'd been in like...
Yeah, but when he was crap.
He's a different man now.
Before, he had protein. And, God, any other news?
It's been a big old hefty week.
It has. Yeah.
Think of indie American news. Jun Kasai is actually coming to America.
But the Street
for
Fighter,
GCW.
not the Street Fighter. You know what I mean? The
Toothless man.
yeah.
Yes.
The death matcher.
Yes.
Yeah.
After apparently laughing in the face of coming back to America after how badly he had in CZW. Where they booked him and all the Japanese wrestlers in one room so that they share the beds between the floor space.
Who?
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Who murdered? I'm sad I didn't get to go to the Fight Club show in Japan because it looked really good. But
Oh, yeah.
Who murdered Drew Parker? Someone just destroyed him. One of the
He
Japanese.
gets killed every
deathmatch-
show. I mean,
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah. He's not a.
Bam, bam.
He's not.
Who killed Drew
He's
Parker?
too young looking and pretty to be a deathmatch wrestler. I'm really worried for him all the time. Well, I guess that's the
If
thing.
you were a deathmatch wrestler.
I'd be Drew Parker.
Yeah.
Just look like a 16-year-old trying to. I can throw bricks in that. Yeah, it doesn't really work.
I hate you, whatever nationality you are.
I can beat you up, Jimmy Havoc.
Jimmy Havoc, you damn Irish person. All right. And that is the news, and God's all of them, so let's move on to something else.
Everybody get excited for the Cultaholic Hall of Fame.
Time for everyone's favourite segment, ladies and gentlemen, the Hall of Fame.
Wah, ba, ba. Yeah. Dear. Excitement.
Wow, what an entrance. What an entrance by the Shockmaster. Okay, you've missed a few of these, I'm sorry, but in condescending order, we had True Geordie, and God, you know he's fallen out of place here because he's misspelled as Garordi, whatever that means, with 14 votes.
He came last.
He came
Carmella.
last.
Yeah, for some reason, not
Is
everyone
that
wants to.
14%?
KSI came last in this week as well, didn't he?
Oh,
We just
good.
must have a very YouTube-y centric.
Yeah.
People want to join in discussion, but they don't want to join with us. Yeah, get us booked. Get yourself booked, you lazy get. Carmella, which is my vote, because she had actually a very good showing. 39 votes. Obviously not good enough. She would have tried harder. And unsurprisingly, Tama Tonga with 133 votes
well, I was
is
gonna
the
put
winner.
Him, so Pachi put him in.
Yeah.
I was going to put him in.
Haha.
I had a story and everything.
Put the other one in.
I need to come up with a thing now.
Just nominating him again.
Oh, if only he had, like, a teammate.
Tangaloa.
Yeah, there you go.
He was very tired when we saw he was jet lagged. We didn't really talk to him much.
Right, put him in the Hall of Fame.
Right, well that's. I've got one. It's all right.
Oh, go on.
Am I going first?
Yeah.
Bloody hell!
Decided.
I want to put in the Japanese English pub chain Hub, because they've got an English pub chain called Hub, right? If you go in, it's got, I should say British actually, because it's got like picture frames on the walls with like the Arsenal crest or the Celtic crest or whatever. Yeah. But it's one of the places that Tama Tonga took us, and he bought us food, which is very generous of him and really nice. But this is a story that Richard started to tell Ross, and I was like, don't, because I want to tell the lads on the podcast. And he was like, you've got some food coming to the table. Here are the starters, and the waiter like brought over this basket of sausage rolls. And he's like, these are sausage rolls. They're like wraps of meat. And then he was like, you put the sauce on it, and he starts putting Worcester sauce on the sausage rolls. And we're like, they're not like big Greg's sausage rolls. They're like more fancy and like seeded, and they look really nice. But he starts putting Worcester sauce on them. We're like, we don't do that. Like, Tom, listen, we're not just from the country that does like sausage rolls. Our specific region, like our city, is where sausage rolls are
Richard
from.
Tubman out there has a fetish for sausage rolls, because I scrolled back through his Twitter one day and 4 or 5 years ago, he's sitting there going, "Oh, I love sausage rolls, me." Every single bloody tweet. It's amazing. We have a proper sausage roll fetishist in the office.
That's good. Well, he was
sat in the back
He
corner
was
there.
there. He had one of the sausage rolls.
Every time you see sausage roll, his little heads just come around the corner.
The other things on offer in Hub were what kind of ale did that? I can't remember. It was something English, and then there was like skewers of lamb, which were delicious but not particularly like English pub, and fish and chips in a basket. But the fish was like wedges. It was bizarre.
So you went to Japan to
We
eat
deliberately
the British Japanese place.
We deliberately avoided this Hub English food chain as long as we could, but then Tama Tonga took us there, so we.
Oh,
couldn't
okay,
be
well,
like-
Tam Tonga took you.
But no, we ate mostly Japanese food for like the most part, and it was really nice. Better than I thought, because I don't like seafood. But it wasn't just that. It was loads of stuff. Great.
Awesome. Well, I hope the Japanese fans of this like voting and giving us money via
I
Patreon.
feel like we don't have any. Not one Japanese wrestling fan knew who we were.
Shocked.
We're not big in Japan yet, but.
Oh, yeah, there we go. I like that. But now you joined Bullet Club.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time.
There you go.
Well, he pointed to us during his entrance in Currican Hall.
Do you know where your
Stephen
Pachiti Club shirt?
Nah. But one thing about Tama Tonga, I'm nominating Hub, but there's more to talk about Tama Tonga. So just briefly, one thing I've learned about him is he's a really nice guy and everything, really generous, but he does kind of move in real life like he does like on camera. That's a bit real. He does like a lot of this. Nah, it's really fast.
He's just walking down the street.
Like we were pushing through a crowd to get to. Have you seen the interview? We shot the interview with him underneath a roller coaster outside the Tokyo Dome. And to get through, we had to walk through this crowd of like just loads of teenage girls because there was this boy band on in the Tokyo Dome that day.
And he started going like this.
He's getting
doing the John Lennon walk.
To get through the crowd, he's like weaving through people like that. And me and Sam Richard are trying to follow him. Like, excuse me. And he's just like guerrilla tactic. It's really weird. He didn't say guerrilla tactics, but yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, that hub.
Yeah, hub. Don't forget it. Ross, where did you eat last week?
Many places. But I'm going to nominate beef this week.
What?
Oh.
Because Vince McMahon, one hell of a line on Raw this week. He's in the ring with Balor. That segment. Who the hell was there? Balor, Cena.
Corbin.
Drew.
Corbin and Drew, yeah.
Yep.
And he just goes, damn it! Look at all this beef! Oh, God, I loved it. Because that is the Vince McMahon we are told about by Bruce Pritchard and this, that, and the other. And it came out finally on Raw.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've seen that side of Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Finn Balor with that physique is, I don't know, I just don't see it. The beef.
Damn it, look at all this beef! Beef, because beef's nice.
Beef.
Yeah.
How do you eat your beef when you have it at a restaurant?
Gravy.
No, fair enough.
Beef and gravy. Everything. Just get it all in.
What's your favourite meat? Is beef your favourite meat?
Lamb's my favourite
Lamb's
meat.
delicious. Lamb's great. Maffew?
Sean Stasiak.
Very good.
Oh, Jesus. He was not going to be my Hall of Fame pick, don't worry. Although he does follow me on Twitter.
Oh, does he?
Was it like 2015 maybe or something? He's been a chiropractor or some sort of doctor since retiring from wrestling. But there was just like a mini YouTube series where he was making his big comeback to wrestling.
I do remember that.
And I wish it took off, but it never did.
I don't remember that one, but I remember when they did Raw X, 10 years of Raw, and he either had a website or an email mailing list or whatever. Who I was speaking to, Sean Stasiak 2003 at that point, who said, yeah, I'm going to be returning. I'm going to be on that show.
Oh.
And it's hard to tell him if he's joking or not because he's a bit of an odd person.
He never really learned, did he? Because that's why he got in trouble for like...
For recording...
yeah.
Blew the WrestleMania 17 angle, didn't
And
he?
that, yeah. But apart from that, seems a nice guy who lives
What
on
up,
Planet
boys?
Stasiak.
Everyone with a face like a slapped ass because Sean Stasiak ruined that big night.
And there they are. You can just the WCW wrestlers.
Lance Storm just sitting there. Why the?
Yeah, we had to wait until DVD came out to see who the hell they were. They all look miserable.
Is that Stacey Keebler?
Yeah.
Or Miss Hancock?
Is that Hugh Morris or Miss Hancock? I can't tell. Anyway, yeah, it's not gonna be him. Jesus, move on.
What up, boy?
You know what? Oh, nuts to it. I'll put Sean Stasiak in this week just to keep this as a terrible Hall of Fame segment. Yeah, Sean Stasiak for being also honorable mention for being the last guy to jump from WWF to WCW.
Oh.
So as that fun fact going from, it's sort of like getting off the lifeboat and going on the Titanic at that point, but fair play for trying. And he was the result of, the David Flair, Miss Hancock pregnancy angle, which had the DNA match between David Flair and Buff Bagwell.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Where like if you weren't, you had to
it.
get his blood, and then like you got to test it to see who was the father.
Oh.
And the original idea was going to be, because it's Russo and he loves incest, was going to be that Ric Flair was Miss Hancock's father.
I remember you used to come out with a pushchair, didn't they?
And that was it. So the result, that the saving grace of that was that have Sean Stasiak come out and be like, here's my baby, and it was just 8x10s of Sean Stasiak that shone through the crowd,
Right.
which is for the best result. So yeah, oh wow, that was a lot of talking about Sean Stasiak.
There you go. Choices are beef, what's it
Hub.
called? Hub, and Sean
And
Stasiak.
meat.
Yeah, beef hub and meat.
Well, if you would like to waste your money, please go to patreon.com/Cultaholic.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Raw and SmackDown recap.
Now, everyone's favourite segment.
You said that about the last one?
That's his new thing.
Oh, is it? Sorry.
It's just appealing to everybody watching because
I see.
everybody's in like a different segment, aren't they?
Thank you, Ross.
That's fair enough.
Somebody
Yeah,
gets
makes
it.
sense. Sorry.
Somebody gets it.
That's
Sorry,
all right.
everyone apart from the Irish.
Ah.
Racist. Raw, Mr. McMahon called off Braun Strowman's Universal title match at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. Yes, he did.
Bit of dirty tactics here are apparent, apparently.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Oof.
Vince is he wanted to have Braun versus Brock for ages. What is it? I've completely forgotten it. He promoted Braun versus Brock for ages because he didn't think that Balor versus Brock, if he promoted that, would have sold as many tickets. Which is ridiculous, isn't it? Finn Balor, one of the most popular, rated by the fans. Oh, you're not booking him right, sort of. He's the encapsulation of that these days, isn't he? Apart from the Revival and people like that, but
And Braun.
not in Vince's head.
But Balor's also like casual fan popular as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like the fact, like, no, that won't work. So we'll just bait and switch it instead.
Yeah.
It's fine. Like, no one cares. It's like, and it's a good point because, people were happy to see Balor versus Brock. And why wouldn't they be? Because Brock versus Braun did absolutely nothing for anybody. Because it was near where Braun was losing. No way that Brock was going to lose to Braun.
Is this the No Mercy one?
I mean, that's what I mean. Every time they've wrestled, Braun's lost to Brock. So they're going to have it again. There's no way Brock's losing to Braun. So it would have been Braun losing again or a no finish. So it's like, great.
Yeah, it makes
Awesome.
sense.
That No Mercy one, the first one, pissed me right off. One F5 it took, and that was it. That
No
was
Mercy.
Not even that. They had the
2017.
They went to the WrestleMania quality thing because they had Roman versus Cena, which was really good for 20 minutes. Last 10 minutes, it just turned into
Yes.
Finish it,
they
finish
had
it, finish
Roman
it.
versus Cena at No Mercy.
Yeah.
That was weird. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah.
And then they had the match, and I'm always people that go, I can tell so and so didn't care, but Brock did not care. And the infamous bit, the bit that he sticks out is Braun's like, all right, he's over him, and he's in position to get get his arm. I can't remember the name of the move. And Braun's got his arm here, like, do a move, and Brock's just like, nah. So he ignores him. No, I can't be bothered. I'll give you an F5. So for the best. Poor Braun Strowman. Any other time last year, they could have put the title on him.
They turned him heel for Roman.
I was going to say, up until that point,
The moment has passed with it, man.
Yeah.
they would need to reset him like they did Samoa Joe on SmackDown and build him up again to have that now. Poor Braun.
Yep.
Other people are like, yeah, good, you deer-killing bastard.
That wasn't wise to put that on social media. I don't know why he did that.
Did he kill a deer?
He's a hunter, isn't he? And just a big old pit. It was him and a few fellas and just this massive deer strung up. It's horrible.
Yeah, but what you didn't know is he actually gave it a running power slam.
Yeah.
He dared to kill a dare. Mr. McMahon announced a fatal four-way match to determine Brock Lesnar's newest challenger. So actually going back to the funniest thing about Braun showing how far he's come. So he got totally cooked by Vince McMahon yelling at him. He pushed his limo over and there was near pop.
Yeah, everyone was like, well, we've seen him push over a 18-wheeler.
Yeah.
Yeah, we liked you doing that when there was Roman inside it and it meant something, not just, rah,
Also,
no, you suck.
There was so many camera angles. Victory after victory after victory. It was like that. I love that.
Wrestle
That was
Talk
the best.
with the news.
Yes. Get it.
After doing a one-camera setup as well the entire time to cut. But announced a four-way, and good old Vinnie Mac, making life hard for all of us, so I have to work really hard. Announced a fatal four-way. Backstage, Jinder Mahal says, well, I want a shot too.
Pissed, wasn't he?
Lots of beef here, pal. And Vince goes, okay, you get to challenge one of those guys, because those 3 hours won't wrestle themselves, right? So, all right, I pick Finn. All right, and if you beat him, you got to pick his shot at the Rumble. No, Vince.
Yeah.
So both giving it away and proving that he needs to be pre-taped at all times.
His voice is a big issue for me these days. Watching Raw back, I do it 1.5 times the speed, and his gravel is just... Unless he's going, look at this beef. That was loud and clear, but the rest of it wasn't. The irony of me having to go with somebody for not being understood. I know, I get it.
You're coherent. Oh, wait, to me.
Yeah.
Nikki Cross making an official Raw debut, not like that one that happened earlier.
Nikki.
Bailey and Natalia defeated the Riot Squad. One of the highlights of Raw here. Nikki Cross looked very good.
Yeah.
Looked very impressive, imposing. Crazy face.
The best debut so far of all the debuts that have happened.
Well, yeah. It's
well,
the only proper one.
Yeah. We'll get onto one soon.
Bobby Lashley defeated Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins to become the new Intercontinental Champion.
This
Triple
match
threat
was
match.
class.
Yeah. And again, another highlight.
There was one point where I was watching it like on my own. I went, Oh, it was when Rollins went for the curb stomp and he hit the ropes, and Leo Rush with perfect timing just got up and just went bang. So good. And then the spear looked great. Oh, it was like TNA Bobby Lashley again. It was fantastic.
Yes. See, I was right.
I never thought I'd be happy at Bobby Lashley winning the title, but I'm actually got right.
Yeah. And it's good. Ron.
Someone's
dead.
Someone's just breaking in. Sorry, man. Yep.
I hope Dean Ambrose goes away for a bit now, and they just completely reset him and get rid of the Toriness and the you dirty people.
I never liked you, people.
Just get him on the opposite show to Renee, so you don't have to deal with that bollocks anymore, and then just have him be an arsehole. It's like a crazy.
Ruin their travelling schedule.
Yeah, split them up.
Yep.
They see enough. They see each other twice a week at home. That's enough. Keep the marriage fresh.
Killian Dane tweeted saying like, "Oh, like don't put Nikki on Raw or something. You better not keep her, otherwise I will go crazy or something like that." I was like, "Whoa." Because they're
She's going on Raw, then.
Everyone went, who are you again? Bless him.
It's true, though, isn't it?
Damo.
So, yeah, that was good. Ambrose and Rollins didn't need the IC title anyway, and, well, you know, Rollins going to win the Rumble. And if he isn't, then I do not know what's going to happen. Alexa Bliss, revealed the WWE. Hey, go back a second. Alexa Bliss revealed a lot more than just the Women's Tag Team Championships.
She revealed a bit of shoulder. Whoa.
So all the Middle Eastern people give 4 million hits and counting on the WWE's YouTube.
In certain cultures, the back's the best bit. I've read that somewhere.
Talk about meat again.
I know, is that what they're saying?
Whoa.
And again, got absolutely near pop. Down boy. Got near pop, and then it cut back to Cole and Graves going.
Graves looked hilarious.
Graves is funny. His reaction was funny. But why didn't you just go, just a minute, pal? Not quite ready yet.
Yeah.
That's all she had to do. But no, your man with a coffee walks in. Just because, you know, teenagers got stiffies, didn't they? What am I saying here? Jesus Christ.
No, yeah,
Why, was Walter there? I don't know what we're talking about.
Are you a teenager?
Alexa Bliss revealed the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships.
Nice
They
belts.
look good. They look like power-ups you get in an old 16-bit platformer that gives you all the power.
I'll take your word for it.
No, they do.
Of course you will. Ding, ding, ding. And then Otis, I'm not pronouncing that.
Dozovic. I was angry about this.
Or as Michael Cole said, Dozovic or something like that, didn't he?
One idiot can't pronounce people's
It's
names.
not very cultured, is it?
Corey, you know who that is? That's Otis.
Corey,
There's a pause.
Corey, we all know who that is.
For the love of mankind.
Yeah.
Come on, Corey, who knows those are Super Saiyans from Dragon Ball Z? My favourite Michael Cole moment. Duh, you idiot.
Oh, is that when the New Day were dressed as, yeah.
Michael Cole said that. Like, bless him.
And this pissed me off because
why? I'm ready for this. Go on.
Wait, just imagine, right? If you're a fan of wrestling who has never seen NXT and doesn't have a clue who Otis Dozovic is, right? The Cornholio TP for the bunghole stuff, don't mind it. That's him being unique and being Otis. What I have an issue is the fact that we have this brand new random superstar turning up to Raw, seeing a pretty lady and going, "Hey, pretty lady," and then thrusting towards her and then making her visibly uncomfortable. And that's the sort of first impression. He's a creep, apparently.
Let's cheer him. Yes.
Yeah, let's cheer the creep who makes women uncomfortable. That's a great first impression.
Yeah, but a lot of wrestling fans can relate to that.
Yeah.
It's like us hiring somebody, putting it next to Jen, and then just going, "Hey, Jen." We'd have to get rid of him straight away.
Yeah, but if
you complaints,
Wait a minute.
Yeah, but if you're ever been around wrestling fans when Jen's there, that's kind of what happens.
There is a comment section wall just protecting Jen. Yeah. But it was an
walking away from me.
Awful first impression. It picked up on SmackDown Live because that opening bit of SmackDown was funny when he had the blender and whatnot, and then didn't make it obvious at all that he just picked up a different cup. But we'll forget about that. But for a first impression, just the casual fans who saw that was the first impression of this man. He's just a creep.
There's two things there. I don't mind Otis doing this because people are talking about him, and given the fact that they're inducing 7 or 6, maybe depending on what Lars's search history is showing.
6 or 5, I think.
There we go. It did something, and maybe a bit creepy, but it's like, I remember that guy from Heavy Machinery. It is still sticking kind of with a gimmick, which is that they're eating machines, buffoons, whatever. What I didn't appreciate is they had to do this bit at the prestigious unveiling of the women's tag team title. Any other time on the 3 hours of Raw that they couldn't film, had to have Finn Balor wrestle twice, they could have done this. But why would you have to have comedy and then sexy back and then how about the prestigious titles? Finally, we're gonna have respect. What they're going to show is they're going to have the exact levels of respect that the Raw tag team division have, which is none.
Oh. Yeah.
So there's equality, which is not what you want. And moving on, Nelson's Jack and Ruby, he's not. Finn Balor defeated John Cena, Drew McIntyre, and Baron Corbin to earn the right to challenge Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view.
I was shocked.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Finn winning.
I think the way that they booked it with him having to overcome Jinder Mahal, I thought it was a good booking. He's earned it. I think maybe they watched the Blackpool show and went, well, let's see if he's... Oh, yeah, he's still popular. That's all right.
I liked it. I wasn't sure about Cena going like, this is the guy. He's the one. He beat me with my hair. I don't know.
Afterwards. No, afterwards that was
Yeah.
fine. I mean,
Really?
beforehand, I thought when Cena was being too much, and to extend what Finn was saying, she's saying what like Seth was saying a few weeks ago, like, I'm the guy who comes out and has 4-star matches. I'm the guy who's never like. Start with this. It's for the wankers like us to talk about. I want the wrestlers to talk like wrestlers. Give me the title shot, Vince, or I'll kick your teeth in. You know, no. Hey, what was that story that allegedly Ahmed Johnson got an award from Wrestling Observer? I can't remember what it was, maybe Most Improved, and he went to Vince's office and went, look, I want to push.
Oh, no.
God.
Why did you do that?
And was like,
Oh, no.
right. Allegedly, something along those lines. Maybe we got some of the text along, but that's what it feels like sometimes. However, the important thing is Finn won.
Yeah.
Just, some of the ways it went about it, like, I need a push, whatever. You've never believed in me. I'm like, first Universal Champion. Shut up. You got injured.
Somebody believed in you, yeah.
Yeah, but then it's like, okay, Seth reset, that's fine. Finn Balor versus Brock Lesnar. Looking forward to Brock beating Finn. Yeah, it's going to be good.
It'll be a good match, though.
Yeah.
And then once Brock's gone, then I wrote an article about this. I think Finn will do really well after that. Hopefully, if the match is good, which it should be.
When Brock leaves.
Could be him versus Seth throughout the summer, maybe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Harken back to 2016.
Good times. And so that was
The
Raw.
Demon King. Ooh! Ooh! You can't not say a sentence with a D. Oh, God, I hated that period of time. Trying to make that
Demon
thing.
King?
Yeah, every single sentence on Raw had Demon King in it.
Have you seen the Demon King? He's just going around backstage like...
Aye, Finn, the Demon King. All right, SmackDown.
Now, I've left the highlights pretty brief here, but this was another fantastic episode of SmackDown.
SmackDown was good, yeah.
It was, it's good. I'm trying to remember
roll.
what happened. But the important thing is, Andrade.
Just Andrade now. They obviously watched this
No,
podcast.
go back to this. I actually practiced saying that name, and near pop whatsoever. Like Braun pushing out with a limo. Andrade.
But they watched this podcast because obviously thought you struggling with it. And
I know, as my Twitter feed is veiled.
We'll get rid of 2 of the words.
What, you bastards. But never mind that. Obviously, WWE loves having non-Americans change their very, very complicated long, that's very hard, to just one name. Rusev, Cesaro, Warboy, Nev. Didn't matter because, God, this was a good match I had with Ray.
Yeah, I just hope they do it every week and now until forever.
It's almost a new SmackDown 6 between these two, Ali, and anybody else who's lying around.
Brian,
Aye.
AJ, and Becky.
Yeah, there we go. That worked, didn't it? I
Kinda
should have probably
worked.
thought that one out. Awesome stuff
Another
here.
Canadian Destroyer for the second week in a row.
Yep.
Don't know what that means. Nobody else is doing it, so Ray must have special dispensation.
Richard Tubman told me today that Vince had seen a Canadian Destroyer for the first time and went, why aren't we doing that? Which, to be fair, it was only from Richard. I don't know where he got it from, but
Exclusive for
believe it,
Cultaholic.
yeah. But I'd believe it, I suppose.
I can't imagine he watches much wrestling where Canadian Destroyers would be used, Vince McMahon.
No.
Vince just comes like, I was watching Triple A last week.
Did you see the Fight Club Pro Show in Japan?
Who was that guy that wrestled Drew Parker?
Vince is like, I'd give it a 5 3/4 star. That's what Meltzer gave the main event of Wrestle Kingdom, by the way. 5 3/4 stars.
Okay.
It's quite a strange rating, but
What did he give? Was Jericho Naito?
like
Naito?
4 point something.
What?
Yeah, it was good. It was all right.
Is that for every star was every news story Jericho leaked to him that week? Allegedly. Anyway, the bar interrupted the Mrs. Bestie birthday bash for Shane McMahon. Yes. WWE World Cup, not Saudi Arabia, what are you on about? Shut up.
Yeah.
Was a miserable failure, but I am liking the Miz and Shane McMahon.
Just 49-year-old Shane getting a new pair of shoes for his birthday. Wow, dude, these are sweet.
Wow, these are Air Jordans. I can fly high with these.
Oh, what was it? The latest technology so I can lock myself in for optimum performance or something. Straight off the top of the head. Completely natural line.
Oh yeah, they sold that like Raw sold glass. God, do you know that's coming out in cinemas this Friday?
It's glass, yeah. It's the superheroes' realms get destroyed or something.
Yeah.
Like glass.
So I knew more about Glass and Sam Jackson than I did about the Revival.
I love these shoes so much. I'm going to tell my boys about it. Boys! Look at my kicks.
Sean, Stacey Young, look.
Oh, God.
But I like this as long as it leads to, because I've resigned to the fact that they're going to win at the Royal Rumble. As long as it leads to the Miz getting to a stage where he's on the cusp of the WWE Championship and he just goes, Shane, I've used you now. See you later.
Yeah.
Just waiting for Miz to turn on me. Like,
Yeah.
Cannot wait.
As long as we get that, I'm all right with it.
I'm waiting for Sasha and Bailey to fall out again properly in the Elimination Chamber match for the tag belts and then have a match at Mania. But I don't know if that's just me going, that would be nice, rather than what's likely to happen.
You'd think that would happen after a year and one more.
Oh, I don't
Were
know.
they feuding up to Elimination Chamber?
They fell out in the last Elimination Chamber as well.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, so at least around
Every
then.
year they'll fall
Yeah.
out. But yeah, this was good because Miz is good at the intended hilarity of being a big fanboy for Shane McMahon, just wants a trophy. And Shane McMahon is good for the unintentional hilarity of going up to Sheamus so they get, oh, so you think you're a big tough guy? I'm like, Shane!
I loved after his one coast to coast this time as well, he was done.
Oh, camera zoomed in there and Jim was like, yeah, just like, oh. These Air Jordans did nothing. What else happened on SmackDown?
Yes, we had Otis at the start being funny. That was a good bit. The Becky and Asuka bit at the start. I quite like that. Although the Iconics, why would they go for the tag team championships? Because they're going to be a joke, aren't they? We learned that on Raw. That's what you said before. Go for the singles. That's what you do, isn't it?
I think the
WrestleMania.
I think the Bride Squad are going to win the belts. Just thinking about that. Sorry.
To begin with, yeah, I think. But never mind that. Women aren't there to wrestle. Women are fleshy objects to fill storyline needs. As
God.
Jey Uso was given the key.
Jimmy Uso.
Well,
Jimmy Uso.
Or
was it?
Was it Jay? Is that going to be the twist?
Oh, that's she's got the.
She's got the wrong one.
But why did she hate him? Why did she hate Naomi? She never said that, did she?
They were
Just,
going to feud and then the match
I hate
got
you.
cancelled or something.
I just hate you. I hate you.
Because as Booker T has taught us, all women inherently hate each other. And Booker T is a noted women's wrestler.
Do you remember the Royal? I've been watching a few Rumbles for like lists and stuff building up to the Rumble. You know, when Beth Phoenix eliminates Carly by kissing him over the top rope, Matt Striker just goes, "Never trust a woman."
Oh, God.
It's so good.
Oh, it's like when Paul. You know when Spike Dudley calls out Stone Cold and Heyman's on crutches goes, "Women weaken brains." Now comes Austin.
Kane got his hands on Tori. Tombstoner, that Jezebel.
Jezebel.
Oh, did Vince's voice? It was JR, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, when Terry Reynolds turned on the Hardy Boys and at the APA beat him up, he said, oh, what a little bitch.
God.
Yeah, so there was Mandy Rose. Gave the key. We're going to do Oos? I don't know. Okay, that's not a good sign. And then Mandy Rose got her kegs off for the lads. So there was a camera there. And again, went from a single camera shoot to, it looks a bit real. It looks like The Shield, the TV show.
They need to start doing the old TNA creepy in the background shots, don't they? To make these bits make sense.
They want to have it both. They want it to look realistic, like, because we go. And then there's multiple cameras. So, like, when Enzo and Rusev did the same thing, the multiple cuts. So I'm like, it's just us. And the lighting crew, the guy holding the boom mic.
And the guy who took the photographer who caught them red-handed would have took a picture with the camera crews in the back of shot the way he took the picture. So it's like, you can't just pretend they're not there.
And I was like, why was there camera crew?
All Naomi has to do is watch SmackDown. She's fine.
I love if it's zoomed out and she's just watching it diagonally and she's just like, oh, got it, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think they've shown more women being sex objects because we're on the road to WrestleMania. This is the time when people go, oh, I used to watch wrestling when I was a kid, start watching it, and they're watching it expecting this, and they're assuming that Austin's going to come out and stun a McMahon at the end of the show as well. So I think that's the only logical reason why. Or the amount of advert revenue they're getting from those Indian YouTube clicks.
I saw that. It's all from India, isn't it? The views on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the market we need to crack.
Hello, Jen. What else happened on SmackDown?
For God's sake. I hope she didn't say that.
Oh, she's taking a good speech.
What do you mean? We're in a totty for India. Hello,
absolutely.
India. How are you doing?
Hello, we'll go over there and order a sausage roll. We'll wash the sauce. And say it's spicy.
Get Pachiti doing that neck thing. That'll get the Indians going.
Heavens. What else happened?
I've got Indian friends. Sarjan.
Oh, no, Jab!
Don't say that.
Sarjan, good lad from uni.
I don't have any Indian friends, me. I've got one Bangladeshi pal from the subcontinent.
No, fair enough.
Yeah. You? Anyone from the subcontinent in your life?
No.
Nope.
No,
There we
cool.
go, that's fair enough.
Sarjan, it's all on you.
I've seen Doom 1, 2, and 3.
Nice.
And Truck Ton Never Leaves My iPod.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I know that song. I got that reference.
Anything else happened on the shows?
Oh, I can't remember. Yeah.
I didn't watch NXT this week.
They didn't include the Mandy Rose thing in the highlights bit on the website. I get those.
Didn't want the server to crash from the amount of hits it was going to get.
That's why it's not on there.
Ah.
But there you go.
I believe
Another good episode. Good week of wrestling, I thought, from the WWE.
Oh, God, absolutely.
One thing from NXT, it's made official, the title match, Gargano versus Ricochet for the North American belt. That match should be class. Looking forward to that very much.
Great report on NXT. It's like they're going out so-and-so takeover. That'll be good.
Yeah, there's not much more to say, really, yeah.
I'm just hoping that they keep up the momentum with NXT UK and we get NXT versus NXT UK at Survivor Series.
Yes.
Well, we're getting a little preview on there,
Right?
Oh, we're getting a little battle tickling out next month at Royal Rumble Access. What's that tournament called? I forgot what it was.
When Worlds Collide. You're ready to go.
Yeah.
You're ready to...
It's going to air on the
SmackDown versus
network.
Raw, the first one. It's on there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's...
And Little Nicky.
Yeah.
That's a film I've seen.
Yeah, well, good. And Tony Hawk's 2, I believe.
That's
you're
gonna
ready to go. Sorry.
that's gonna air on the network, that tournament, so that's good.
So you're getting NXT versus NXT UK there, kind of.
Sort of.
Potentially.
I want Velveteen Dream to win that. The winner gets in the Rumble. Is that it?
I can't remember.
I think the winner gets in the Rumble.
No, winner gets a future title shot of any of their brands.
What? I thought it was the winner gets in the Rumble.
I'm
Damn
pretty sure when I
it.
looked at this, that was the
Okay.
thing.
All right. Cool.
No one's going to watch it, are they?
I'm going to watch it and go, well, that happened. I'm going to try and think of something interesting to say because, okay, that's to have all eyes on them. That's fine.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Will Volta be there?
I don't think he's in it.
Probably
Will
storm
Ilya be there?
at the end. He'll storm in and
Kick Joe Coffey in the face again.
Joe Coffey will just be there watching ringside with Viper and be like, ugh.
Yeah. So glad that England beat Scotland. Get in. Get in, Peter. It's coming home.
his name's Peter England, by the way.
Yeah.
What?
Pete Dunne's real name's Peter England, which I think's fantastic.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
Not as good as Liv Morgan's real name.
Gianna Jean Daddio. Gianna or Gianna? I don't know how to pronounce it.
Daddio.
Daddio, that's a real second name. Last name, sorry.
Right. And Ricky Steamboat's real name is Dick Blood.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Dick Blood.
Let's have a rummage in our mailbags.
And now it's time for everyone... No. Stop doing that every segment. That's just stupid.
Mailbag.
And now it's time for mailbag. Dun. As every week, I only see these when I get them thrown in front of me. So, number 1, hello diddlers.
Oh,
That's us.
Yay.
Last night, I had a dream. I lived in a sitcom where I was living in a house share with the Bastard Pack and Volta.
Okay.
If you could create a sitcom using any wrestlers, who would you use and what would that plot be? Love the show. Aled in South Wales.
Right.
What do people from South Wales sound like?
Oh, hello.
Aled from South Wales.
Aled.
Aled. My name's Aled Jones.
Yeah, that's
Remember that
pretty-
thing from Nevermind the Buzzcocks where they used to take the piss out of him at school, sing a song to him? My name is Aled Jones.
Maybe that's what it is.
I like to pick my nose, I do. What was it? I like to pick my bum, especially with my thumb. Ow.
No.
School's fantastic,
Well,
isn't
wait a
it?
minute. A house share with Pac and Volta. Well, you don't need to dream when OTT are having that very match that will probably not happen anywhere else for a long, long time.
In a house.
In a house share in South Wales. Aye, for some reason OTT are flying out. Go on with your question. Sitcom using any wrestlers, who would you use?
Well, why are you setting the sitcom? You got very few options, haven't you? It's in a house.
That's a good start, yep.
It's in a shop.
If it's in Heaton, it's be any combination of wrestlers going, can you smell weed?
There's a lot of students that live in our area of Newcastle.
It would be wacky. Is it just Russo? Steve Austin, Dude Love. Oh, The Odd Couple.
I can't think of this. Oh, come on.
Just throw me in a house with Rusev and you'll see some things. He's got a nice dog as well now. Little thing
Right.
called Joy. That'll add to the capers.
Nice.
Pathetic, innit?
Have you got a
No, they're
sitcom
shortened
in
his
mind,
name,
or-
so it'll just be Joe next week.
I just don't have any.
I want to have Jack and...
not a wrestler.
Yeah, you and... No, you are. You're in the book club.
I'm a two-time...
You and any foreigner.
No. Right.
You can take your pick.
I'm friends with all.
And he's a bus driver. So you don't know what to do.
What do you mean?
He's aroused.
Oh, right. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Conflicted.
That's all I've got. That's the standard, lads. Come on.
Right.
Back the net.
I'd like it to be a barber shop with Tyler and Trent, and it's all about my struggle to grow facial hair. There you go. It's called... it's called...
Go on. You got this.
Mustache Mountain's Marvelous... Aye.
Wow, we're just so good at ad-libbing.
It's
Yeah,
fantastic.
it's
We should
good.
really discuss these questions.
Yeah,
before
really.
we go,
Yeah.
shouldn't we?
Well, usually it'd be good.
No,
You could
it's
tell
part
you'd
of
had
the
one because
magic.
you always have a really good one. Like, oh, and nobody apart from one person has seen these questions. Go on, I'm taking the piss out of Jack because I've got nothing. You
I
got
just
nothing?
said throw me in a house of
That's
Rusev.
it.
I'd like to.
Oh,
live
sorry,
back
that was the
to
real
you.
answer.
Oh, mine was actually the best one.
Yes.
As well. Wow.
All three
Mustache.
versions of Mick Foley trying to coexist in the
Yeah,
house
yeah,
share that
go.
is the inside of his head.
That's what you want.
Chris Jericho lives with Brock Lesnar and Goldberg.
The Big Quang Theory. There we go. Let's move on.
Sean Stasiak.
Who was that from, sorry?
Alan Jones.
Hi, Alan.
Alan
Cheers,
Jones.
Alan, mate. Thank you.
Mr. Jones. I know Sean Stasiak and like 8 other wrestlers from WCW, and it's actually a game show, not a house share. The winner is who beats him up last after his disc punch him in the.
Wait, how did the Big Quang Theory not get over more with you two there?
Because I don't like Big Bang Theory.
No, but it's. Do you like puns? Apparently not.
I like good puns.
Big Quang Theory. That's class. That's class. It's
That's
got
just
obscure
two
wrestler
words.
in
That's
it.
just two things put together.
No, that was good. That.
What, is that in reference to you and Tyler and Trent?
No, the Big Quang. The wrestler.
Me,
Quang.
Tyler,
No,
and Trent.
I
We've
just
got a
came-
Big Quang
I just
Theory.
came with another one. Just thought it would be a good
right.
sitcom. Just the Big Quang Theory.
We just piss chemistry on this show. Anyway, number 2, moving swiftly on. Hey, if it isn't my second favourite Geordie hosted podcast.
Now's not the time, is it? Now's not the time.
Too soon.
Oh, true, Geordie.
Being rejected.
Yes, Jack. I thought this past week's match between Ray and Almas, who the hell's that?
This
I
might
think you
have
mean
been
that's
sent in
Andrade.
post. Yeah.
Because he had a kid, and if it was going to be a boy, named Andre after Almas. I thought I'd get a big pop. It was possibly one of the best matches I've
The
seen on
Big
Raw
Quang
or
Theory
SmackDown
got
TV.
out. And
Well.
carry on.
Oh, that was great how much Ray put Andrade over by making him look incredible. A real passing of the torch moment, you could say, if Ray ever leaves. So my questions are this. What do you think is the best WWE match that has happened on TV? Whatever. Oh, Christ. And what do you think is the best passing of the torch moment that has ever happened in wrestling? From Tom Burgundy?
Okay.
I'd say this is like
that's a good one.
non pay per view.
Yeah, right. A TV.
Raw,
no-
SmackDown, whatever. TLC springs to mind immediately. That is it. 4.
3 and 4 were both on.
with
Oh, see, those two. The one
SmackDown
with
one.
Benoit going through the
Jericho.
table.
That was 3, and then 4 was the one with
Kane.
Kane
On
by
Raw,
himself.
yeah. Both of them.
Fair enough.
Spring to mind straight away.
I think 3 was better than 4. 4 was just 4 was the one that Bubba Ray got knocked out very early.
Hands on his head.
Yeah.
Or his face, sorry.
Yeah. TV wise,
Cena, Michaels, when they went for an hour.
Yeah, that was good.
it's a good one.
The Lesnar Angle Iron Man.
I've got one. The 10-man tag. I think before Rumble or between Rumble and No Way Out with Cactus, Too Cool
Oh, right.
versus DX.
Yeah.
That one, that was
When it was,
nearly perfect. That
when
one.
the roster was, everyone was just hot.
Yeah,
Everyone was-
more than hot. Hotter than Walter.
I've mentioned it a few. He's not even that. I've mentioned it a few times. Timothy Thatcher's the more rugged of the two for my liking.
But I'm not going to argue with you there.
I've mentioned it a few times, but the Edge Eddie Guerrero no DQ match.
Yep,
I like
standing
that one a
ovation.
lot,
That's a
yeah.
good one. Passing of the torch moments, though, it's very rare you get them because that would have been good if Ray should have been gone at least 10 years ago. He's just still good consistently, which is amazing. But
It don't really
passing
happen
the
on
torch-
TV though, do they? It's more a pay per view.
Oh, no, I
Or
don't
maybe
think
on
that-
pay per view. I think that's a separate thing then. So
I
think,
passing
yeah.
of the torch because it was weirdly enough the TPW tag team. Can't think of the PG name, but Chris Bosch, his last match for PWG, him and his tag partner, I can't remember the name of. I'm very sorry. Their last match was the same as the Young Bucks' first tag match for PWG, and obviously then they became the biggest thing since Ilya, whatever. Run out of jokes here. So that's the only one I can think of because there's probably some other really
You're like
impressive
a
ones.
car
but
in Rocket League, and you've used all your boosts.
That's
early,
exactly
and now
it. I'm on the side of the road going put. Passing of the torch.
The Rock passing the torch to a young Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 18.
That's what I mean. It's always they never work out how they're supposed to.
Rock passing the torch to Cena. There he is. This is the new star.
Austin Aries passing the torch to No Way Jose.
Oh,
And they're getting roasted years later on Twitter. We brought it up.
I can't think of
struggling
one.
to
come
think.
on.
Let's give it 10 seconds and we'll move the piss on.
No, I
And
can
recent
do
memory
this.
as there be, because no one leaves.
I know.
It doesn't work, does
know.
it? There should be a few, but just
You are on the right track with thinking indie because then someone moves up and then the new stars down there and stuff.
Volta's. I think it's one of his last matches in WXW. He lost to Thatcher, to show who was number 9 in ring camp.
Yeah,
It's come with that.
yeah. That's a good idea.
Ugh.
Is that just still an
So
indie? They're
prepared.
not going to sign him.
We haven't signed him yet, but
All right.
like I said, it has been an hour since we checked our phones.
Yeah, it's
so-
true. They could have signed him.
Number 3.
Sorry about not being able to answer that question there.
Should we start preparing before coming in here?
Do you think we should try doing that in the future so we actually have something for... Yeah, maybe that'll work.
Yeah.
Number 3. Hello, lads. Oh,
Hello.
it's at the door as well. I watched a podcast episode from last week. Haha, joke's on you. And the question about the guy who was hiding his passion for wrestling made me think of this question. So, quick story. When I was growing up, I was picked on a lot for liking TV shows such as Friends
What?
and Big Brother.
Whoa! Just popular.
Wait, hang on.
Coolies when I was at school.
Did he-
McCosey getting...
Oh,
Diddled in the hot tub.
Oh, God.
That was my era,
And
Big
she
Brother.
said she was pregnant.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't
Remember the
kick
guy,
what a Jezebel.
the guy in Chickens? Was that the very first Big Brother?
Oh, that was
Evil
fun, man.
thingy.
No, not him. The other guy.
I remember Kingus sitting. Anyway.
Oh, God, anyway.
Aye.
And for the way I dressed and spoke, well,
Oh,
should be a fancy dress like myself. My question is, what was something you had an interest in that people made fun of you for, and how did you overcome it?
oh.
P.S. Keep up with amazing content. When you guys have helped me get through many bad times. Also, I'm waiting to get the Cultaholic logo tattooed on my arm.
Be very careful.
Cheers,
sir.
Stephen Scodes from New York. So
Cheers,
PS.
Steve. Oh, I've seen Stephen a lot. He's on Twitter and that. Cheers, Stephen.
Stephen, if you want people to not make fun of you, for the love of God, don't get a Cultaholic logo tattooed on your
I
arm.
think you'd be the third to get one.
It's crazy. Makes me feel scared when people do it.
Stephen, yeah, don't get Cultaholic. People make fun of you. Get Diddler.
No, don't.
written on
But
your arm.
well, let's not. Let's not.
Cross your forehead.
Nothing bad
Big
can
black
happen.
letters.
Stephen, it's your choice.
I am and the eyebrows.
No,
and
to
then-
be fair, I like, you know, compared to other things, I like the Cultaholic logo. It's quite ambiguous.
Yeah, I joke, but it could be something cooler than what it is. It could
Yeah.
be a band, could be
Superhero. Seaman.
yeah.
Seaman. Seaman.
That's just a joy trying to get his mate to look at something.
Wow.
Okay.
I got really not picked on because it was my mate, but he got really like arsey with me because in like year 7 or 8 or whatever, my favorite band was Green Day, and he was like good at the guitar and that. He learned the guitar from an early age, and his favorite band was Guns N' Roses, right? And I grew up thinking that my cool mate was right for telling me that Guns N' Roses were better than Green Day, and now I've grown up and overcome it. I've realised that Green Day are better than Guns N' Roses. Yeah, I'm sorry, Maffew, but
It's an interesting debate because Guns N' Roses had one Hall of Fame album,
Dookie.
and then
Oh, Use Your
Yeah.
Appetite.
yeah,
Not
oh,
Use Your
God,
Illusion.
God. But Green Day were very enjoyable until Warning was the last time I liked them.
It's just when I grew up and realised that they were just
We
two
talk about this on a regular basis,
totally
don't we?
different types of music, and I was like,
Yes.
what was he on about? What were you on about, Joel?
Yeah, Joe
Yeah, Joel.
from New York.
No, Stephen. Joel's from Chester Street. Do you know him? Oh, no, you're Bishop.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, we've got the same bus together.
So just like, but wrestling, I just hid that I was a fan of it. I didn't even have to encounter that. You're a braver man than I, Stephen. And then got overcome it by like getting old enough where you don't really care what people think about what you like. Yeah.
You actually watch because, like, you know, I was at school and people are like, oh, yeah, we're cool. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to tell any of you lads that I'll watch Dexter's Lab and Courage the Cowardly Dog every day I get home from school. I'm sure as hell I'm not going to bring up wrestling after that
Wrestling
got
was
cool.
cool when you were like 10, though. Like in the 2000s.
Oh, when it was on Channel 4, everyone loved it. As soon as it went off then, it's like, oh, okay, back to hide in a cave. But I mean, people at my school in Bish knew Steve Austin from Nash Bridges more than they did from wrestling.
Nash.
He was on
Bridges.
Sky One.
Bridges.
Exactly.
Never heard of
Steve Austin made like a cameo appearance and got good reviews and stuff like that. But yeah, like, so. Well, obviously, you're obviously a hell of a lot less nerdy than myself, I think, regardless of video games, anime, or whatever the hell.
What am I?
I mean,
Chopped liver.
yes, but So what have anything that you've had to hit?
No, I always used to just keep me nacked in and just fit in and whatnot. The only thing I used to get the piss take out before was football gear, because I like really.
Oh, you're a full kit wanker.
No, I just like really like rascal patterns and whatnot, and I used to just on purpose pick the worst like boots and whatnot, because just I find I like the irony of people going like prancing around in their Predator champagnes and whatnot. And I'm just stood there in my miters that were like, I had this cracking pair of miters, right? It was a miters, like the basic bitch brand, but like they were half gold and half silver, and I was trotting around in them. And just like, people would go like, what are you wearing them for? And I'm saying, and then I was like, I'm really good, me. That's the fit. That's to put that back in. But it's just ironic clothing.
I don't know anything about that. Oh, that's interesting.
But then obviously we talked about last week. I just had to sit through the pain of having 12-ish of me pals and some of their dads and look at me dressed as a king when I was 23, 24, 25. So I had to deal with that.
It's good. How do you overcome people take the mick out of you? I still haven't got that point.
Drink.
Yeah, overcome it. Just gone,
Just have to care less.
Remember,
and I'm not the best example.
Exactly. Just remember, we're all going to die, and all of this is going to be forgotten.
Wow.
And people are going to hate you for whatever you do, no matter what wrestler you say is good or what wrestler's bad. People are going to say nasty things about you. So might as well just do what you want.
That's the thing. Just laugh at them for being that bothered about your life. That's what I would do.
I think it's even worse is you have to realise, like, you get that point and you hang out with people who ain't the same stuff you're in. So you go, oh, good, I can talk about the things I like. I went to a freaking anime meeting up one time. Like, oh, you're going to watch, any guys watch JoJo here? And they all went, ugh, no, we don't watch that type of
they were anime.
And I went, oh,
wow.
Really?
Wow.
Like, it's one thing for normal people to abscond you, throw you out the village for being an anime weeb. But then for the weebs to hate you for it. So you just go, all right, I'll just watch what I want then. F yous.
I got massively torn into when I was in Japan on Twitter because we were walking past Tokyo Dome. The All Japan van was outside because they were running a show like in Korakuen Hall.
In the van.
Yeah, and I just took a picture of it and tweeted out saying like, "We're in enemy territory now," because like as if like because the historic rivals, New Japan, All Japan, everyone knows that. Some guy on Twitter's like, pathetic. You know nothing about. And then
I've seen a lot of people tweeting about you, saying you don't know.
Not about Japanese wrestling, and then he found a video that he'd taken on his phone and saved it of me saying that someone was from Dragon Gate rather than Noah, the other way around or something. And he was like, he doesn't even know anything, this lad, blah blah blah. I replied like saying like, all right, cool. I don't really know, like you're being a bit of a dick. And then he was like, me and my Twitter fam coming to help me against Jack the Jobber, and it was like a picture of Suzuki Gun all stalking down the ramp, and I put like, yeah, the numbers are accurate there, mate. And then he was like, don't pick on an account with like 70,000 followers, and I was like, it didn't annoy me or anything, I wasn't annoyed, but it was just like, I found this weird subculture on Twitter after like digging through some of the accounts where like, there's like Western lads who hate other Westerners like in Japanese wrestling, and they feel like it's their little thing. It's very, very strange, very elitist.
I think in terms of gay, I mean, I don't know, like, so, yeah, you're right, because I did exactly that thing when, I think I've talked about it a few times, but like when you started saying, oh, I'm watching PWG, and I laughed at your face because I was like them. I'm like, what are you doing watching PWG? You don't know nothing. Go back and watch 2003, like friggin' Super Dragon footage before you how dead. I'm like, and I realized, oh yeah, I'm being a twat. So again, I apologize for that. But
you're still ignoring the fact that I did know about it. You're still pretending that I didn't.
No, but that's what I'm saying, because I only know you from these videos. I didn't appreciate that.
I see.
I was like, I think I even said, why are they getting hits? Because I assumed that you would only watch something in wrestling if it was going to get you a hit, because you could do a list about it, rather than just watching it for fun. Because
that's me.
Yeah. So that's why I apologize. But so I think people can be quite defensive about what they like, especially because I've seen a lot of backlash from people on Twitter, again, because there's all types of people on Twitter, where they hate a lot of the people who are coming over and basically, the Westerners saying they're over watching New Japan because of the Elite. So they're like, oh, we got the Elite, New Japan's nothing. And they're like, whoa.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you want to call it gatekeeping or they just want to check if getting somebody's name wrong or whatever.
Guess so.
But yeah, they all love Enochiism, and that's the important thing. I think the important thing now is to go with how to deal with things when you're online, because that's a lot easier way of communicating with people crapping on you for things.
Don't fight. That would be a start.
I was about to say, thank you very much, Ross. Yeah, if someone goes, you suck, what do you mean so-and-so's from Dragon Gate? They're clearly from, I don't know, FMW, I don't know which wrestler we're talking about.
Thanks for the follow, pal. See you later.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, because if you show that you're gotten to, they're like sharks when there's like a thimble full of blood put in the pool. And I've told Brian Zane this, because Brian Zane was the period with every single person that would go, F you weirdo. We'll go, I'm not a weirdo. I've got Twitter followers. I'm like, shut up, you idiot. I don't. So I just go, yeah, cheers, pal. By the way, you should watch Walter versus Ilya from WXW. And then they go, all right, you idiot.
Yeah.
I just like that bit where you do something that just makes somebody's day a little bit worse. I've got that bit in me.
I was going to say better. That's a good point, but that's even better.
I've got that little bit of power just to ruin somebody's day or ruin like their afternoon. It's quite nice, I think.
What, for example, like what?
Well, just if you say something on a video and then they go, oh no, Ross, you're wrong on this, that, and the other, and then just they send out this long YouTube comment that's like the width of a big old sandwich. And then, it's just, I like that
sort
long
of pig and blanket.
Foot long pig and blanket. I can't believe it still didn't win the Hall of Fame.
On a positive note, one thing that helps deal with that is that we get nice messages a lot from people as well. And it's always nice to focus on the praise because that's our fans and that. And I just want to mention that I got a message from a lad called Jack, who was, it wasn't me sending a name out of myself to make myself feel better. I want to give him a shout out because he sent a very nice email thanking us all for helping him through some hard times and that. That's for you, Jack.
Hard times, baby. And when you get someone's name wrong, and he's from Dragon Gate.
It wasn't me. It was a different Jack. And he sent me an email. I know you're real, Jack. It's all right.
You're talking yourself.
No.
Okay.
It's this one, don't you?
I think I'll conclude with this little rant and say, yeah, I think criticism is something that should be paid attention to. It is good to support yourself with people going, you're the best, but then you can get tunnel vision. Tunnel vision. So you do need to have people who, even if they crap on you, sometimes they do have very valid points.
Yeah, if they express it in a nice way.
Yeah. But even if they go, you dullard, you go, oh, okay, I've got haters. That means I've accomplished something.
That's true. That is true.
It's a fine line between love and hate.
Yeah. That's right.
So I hope that helps. Steven Scholes from New York.
What the hell have we just talked about for about 15 minutes there?
It's Cultaholics.
Big question.
And today's big question, which will be ignored and commented on.
Well, I'm about to say everyone's favourite segment, this.
That's just a rumour and innuendo. Who will win the Royal Rumble 2019, both male and female?
Seth Rollins. And...
But I think the women's depends on which goes on first, because I think if the women's Rumble goes on first, I think Charlotte wins. But if it goes on last, I think Becky wins. Because of the old Poppington.
I can't see the women's Rumble headlining.
Do you think?
No.
It's weird
Not yet. I think that'll be too much of a much. Headline and Mania, yeah, absolutely see.
It's weird because last year it did.
It's just the way the match is, because the women's Rumble, and I know why they're doing 30 women. I get why, because I'm see it as comparable. But the roster is not the same size. So it's nearly everybody who's in the women's division. But that's what I mean. If it's more emphasizing, oh my God, Victoria's not dead, than it is like the accomplishments of the people on this who's on their roster. So I mean, it's fine if they're gonna do it like, all right, have the honky tonk man come in the men's Rumble, then all right, fair enough. But
I feel like last year they had to put that one on last because it was the first ever one. But this year it deserves to be on last more because the women's division's been, like, especially the SmackDown one's been the best thing. So I don't know.
So if they could just let us know the order of the card before the pay-per-view, it makes predicting it a lot easier.
You always get, when you're doing prediction things against Pachita, you're always like, if I just knew the order.
Yeah, I think it gives it away a lot more when you know the order of the matches.
I think Charlotte's more likely to win the women's one. I think.
It's definitely her or Becky.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yep, nobody else. Yeah.
What if the women's one goes on first, Becky wins, then Becky
wins the men's as well?
No, gets DQ'd. Gets DQ'd in the one against Asuka deliberately and just batters her with a chair and then cashes in her... You can't cash it in, though. It's a WrestleMania
one, yeah.
Unless you're John Cena, who did that once in, like, 2008. He was like, I don't want to wait for WrestleMania. I want to have it at No Way Out. It's just like, what are you doing? Yeah, I think Charlotte. I think Charlotte's... And I don't want it to be Charlotte, but I think it will be. I think Becky will somehow find her way into that match as well at Mania. I just don't know how.
It's one of those ones where... Oh, we're not going to give you what you want, so you cheer harder for her to get it.
Yeah,
okay,
maybe,
I can see it
maybe.
working.
I just think they think that Charlotte's class, whereas everyone else... I think Charlotte's class, but Becky's class.
God, you see the interview she did with Kenny?
No.
She now started bubbling. Kenny's emotive questions, like saying how... I forget what it is exactly, like proving the doubters wrong and the naysayers wrong and this, that, and the other. She now starts crying. Kenny. I like her, mate. I think she's the best wrestler in there, female-wise.
Who, Kenny?
Kenny McIntosh, yeah,
right,
the best.
Okay.
No, Charlotte.
Second, wait, right there.
Who's better?
Asuka, in terms of pure wrestling, Asuka.
Yeah, she's up there.
What's pure wrestling?
pure work rate in that. Huh? But I think that
I just think she's been a victim of like crappy booking again. Like she's been Roman Reigns a bit with the whole SummerSlam
Yes.
debacle. If she wasn't booked in that SummerSlam main event, she'd still be as popular as she was before. But then again, it's held Becky's cause on it, so you wouldn't have probably had that as ferociously as it's been.
Charlotte's like Joe Coffey. I like her when Becky Lynch isn't around.
right.
As soon as she's around, I think SmackDown crowd reactions are the same. It's like, yeah, you're good, Charlotte. Then Becky was like, oh, screw you, Charlotte. I've never liked you, but she's not there. So, oh yeah, you're good.
Becky's got better bants. She's like the cooler auntie out of your two aunties. I've got two aunties, so.
That's a good. I've got two aunties as well.
The men's one, we all said Rollins and then just moved on, but
Possibilities are Rollins wrestling Lesnar, and you have we've only had one match before, and Undertaker came in and kicked you in the dick, so we need to get that stuff settled, and then he wins, and then ideally that happens. It's going to not matter in the slightest if they go with, well, Brock's been great these last 3 years. Let's stick with Brock.
I know if Brock was to beat Rollins, that would be.
I said I'd give up. Like, I'd be watch Raw every week.
I think
But anything else other than that? Maybe Styles.
I kind of think of
Bryan?
anyone else who could
I
win.
can't think
Joe?
of a certain 16-time
Oh
world
God,
champion.
no!
And then he'd get a chance to win it all on the grandest stage of them all and break the record. I think that's a bit of a danger to Rollins'. I still think Rollins is the favourite, but
How can he lose that match after SummerSlam 2014?
well, how can Lesnar lose it?
Yeah.
After he decimated Cena, yeah. Well, Cena's got his new finish.
Then again, oh God,
Forgot about that.
they think we forget things 5 minutes after they happen, don't they? In WWE these days, so that does.
We do.
Yeah.
Well, for this, will be nice. Not Cena. Jesus. Maybe Joe.
No.
You just can't see it, can you?
Samoa, no. I think it'll be. It'll be a Raw guy. Someone I can't exactly remember who it was, but someone from What Culture once nicknamed me No I'm Nah. Just nah. Which I thought was particularly funny. As in just like
Oh, no, as in NA.
nah. Geordie nah. No I'm
Oh,
nah.
okay.
Yeah.
That's good, but Noam Dar's great, so he sucks.
Hey, I'm not saying I'm better than Noam Dar at anything. Apart from talking.
I'm confused. They said someone at.
What's going on?
I don't know what's
Yeah,
going
we
on.
on
I'm in
about
the Twilight Zone.
You've
here.
name dropped someplace. You've said somebody. What? Somebody at so and so.
I'm confused what I've done. Rollins
I
is
can
gonna
tell.
Win. Rollins is going to win the
Jesus, cut that
Rumble.
out. Say again.
Rollins is going to win.
Yes, he is, whether he likes to or not.
Yeah. Who was that about again?
Some kid at
Bulldog?
SummerSlam '92.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
yeah.
British Bulldog.
1-0 Wigan up the ticks. Come on. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh, I'll show it after. It's very funny.
Who's going to win Rumble? Bulldog's going to win the Rumble. Because I'm bizarre.
Rollins is... I'd be very surprised if he doesn't, but I can't think of who else. I think it'll be a Raw guy, definitely.
Drew?
Drew.
Oh, there we go. I
Drew.
was trying to think. Who could else? Yeah.
Because Balor's been taken out of it, obviously. Banks has been taken out of hers as well, I saw the other day. Obviously, because he's got a match already.
Yep.
It's either Seth or Drew, isn't it? Surely.
It's got to be Seth.
It can't be Dean.
No.
Braun.
Leo Rush?
No. Yeah,
That's a match out. How high can Brock Lesnar throw Leo Rush?
Oh my God, I'd love to see that on 2K19.
I'd love for it just once to be like an NXT guy, like if Velveteen Dream won it, or like something like that.
Almas is the only SmackDown one I can sort of see.
Who?
Do. Oh,
Andrade.
sorry, Andrade is the only sort of SmackDown guy I can see
Andre.
doing it.
Okay, you have to. Yeah. I have no idea what they mean.
Oh, if he comes back after conquering Bellator
Who? Oh, Jack.
the night prior, or the same time that TakeOver Phoenix is happening, Swagger's at Bellator 214,
He can
getting
win.
sunk to the ring by R-Truth. Huh? Huh?
That's a good
He's
guess.
no CM Punk though. That's what he said this week. He was shooting from the hip. With that-
God, he
I
got
saw
he got that right.
Yeah,
I remember proper wrestler. That was an awful impression.
I read that as like I'm not as good as CM Punk was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what a double-edged
Yeah.
statement to say. I'm no CM Punk.
Swagger's a funny.
I
man.
mean, when you put it in the context of MMA, it makes complete sense because he's a proper wrestler, and he Punk didn't have that legitimate background, did he?
I don't
I
know
think
if
that's
Punk
what-
had
that's what
any
he's saying,
sporting
Legitimate-
background.
A legitimate bank
He
account.
was a bloody dirty backyard bastard, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Putting on his own shows. Oh, and his brother nicked all the money, didn't he?
Oh really?
Aye, fell out with his brother.
That's right.
And that's why he hates Colt
Well,
Cabana.
Colt Cabana.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Are we going to get CM Punk versus Jake Hager at WWE Mid-South?
Shoot.
Jack Swagger.
Well,
would
WWE
murder
Mid-South, you'll get a gun out and shoot him.
him. Speaking of our pal, the True Geordie, by the way, this is slightly
we?
after, but ages ago. But he once claimed that he could beat Conor McGregor in a fight because he's heavier and bigger.
Yeah, he's a YouTuber.
But like Conor would
I'm
run,
sure.
run rings.
Yeah,
around,
no,
wouldn't
I
he?
was thinking he was like,
Yeah.
why? He's only like 150 pounds, man. And I was thinking like,
Whack-a-mole.
yeah, but he thinks that. But,
the Carly chop.
but like Conor McGregor would just,
Yeah, he'd duck and dive
Tom
and
a
weave,
tonga
and tire
around
him,
him.
tire him out, and then pick the bones. You know.
yeah.
Is that the next thing after KSI versus whatever some dude? True Geordie versus...
Conor McGregor.
But then, of course,
Yeah, no,
if True Geordie does get us on the podcast, I'll change my mind and say he would kick his arse.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What do I know? I'm pathetic. Let's wrap this up.
Yeah, this is dwindling on. We hope you've enjoyed the dwindles. Thank you very much for watching the Cultaholic Video Podcast. That is the name of the show. I've been Maffew. You can follow me on Maffew Greg on Twitter. Everything else, just leave me alone. Jack?
I've got the jobber.
At Ross on Wrestling.
As always, please go to patreon.com/.
Cultaholic or mailbag at cultaholic.com. Thanks for watching.
Thank you. Please go away. Volta for life. Join us. Kick it. Hit the microphone.